Jeremy Cedars at 318-767-2226 to learn more, or visit fine-lawyers.com.
LSBA number LA2316294.
Good morning. A sunny and very hot Monday for us, with temperatures getting up to 99 degrees. Some spots even above that. Let's see, heat index as high as 107 to 110. And a little bitty breeze to cool things down for us at all today. Tonight, partly cloudy, down to 79 for the overnight low. And our Tuesday, another sunny, hot day. Afternoon highs near 100. We're saying 101 for Wednesday. From the Cenla Broadcasting Weather Center, I'm Big Grayson. It's Talkback, Central Louisiana's longest-running talk show. Whether it's the guests or the callers, Talkback is where Central Louisiana begins its conversation.
All right, we're back. Hour number 2 of Talkback is underway. Stephen has joined us now, and we're very pleased to have you guys with us. We'll have some open line time coming up a little bit later this hour, but right now we get an opportunity to talk with a representative of FEMA. If you live in Louisiana for any length of time, you're well aware of FEMA, Federal Emergency Management Agency, which has been here many times when we talk about hurricanes and other things that have happened. Nate Custer joins us on the phone. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning, Al. I'm doing very well. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. I'm just curious, how long have you been with FEMA?
I'm a reservist. I'm a part-timer. I've been with them coming up on 19 years. I've probably been to 24 of these major disaster declarations. I came to FEMA after a long career in broadcast news.
Ah, there you go. Wow. Good to see.
So I'm on the other side of the fence, so to speak.
Good to see there's life after news. Oh, the jokes could write themselves this morning. Well, what did you do in broadcast news? I'm just curious.
I was a reporter up in the what they call the Hampton Roads area of Virginia, Southeast Virginia, Norfolk, Virginia Beach, Williamsburg, that historic area. And I covered a lot of news. I covered state legislature every year for 2 months. Of course, the whole news perspective has changed.
Yeah,
huge.
Definitely.
Since the advent of social media and online.
Yeah, no question on that. I actually have I was the news director here for several years. I have a former reporter that works in the Norfolk area now. So that's kind of cool. But anyway, that's not why you're here. We're here to talk about FEMA. And my guess is that you were called in after we had those really heavy rains last month, especially as they impacted places like Avoyelles Parish. So tell us what you're doing right now here in the state.
I am working as the media relations person, FEMA spokesperson for all 4 of these declared parishes. So I just am getting the word out through the media to people that, first of all, we need to hear from them. If they would like to get some assistance, be considered for that from FEMA. They have to register. And if they do that, they can then pursue their recovery by going and getting some good in-person help by going to one of the disaster recovery centers. We now have 2 of those remaining open, and over the weekend we decided that the turnout has been very good up in Clocherville at Avoyelles Parish, and so we've extended the hours of that facility at the community center through today through Friday of this week, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's at 245 Highway 1181, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And you can go there and talk one-on-one with a FEMA representative or one of the folks from the SBA, the Small Business Administration, because in a disaster recovery like this, the SBA can consider low-interest disaster recovery loans for people. Now, not everyone is going to be able to afford to take on a loan, but sometimes this is something that works for people, a combination of a FEMA grant that does not have to be repaid and an SBA loan can really make a big difference.
Yeah. Stephen did a great job chronicling some of the flooding that happened down in Avoyelles. Just one of those crazy incidents with almost 30 inches of rain in a short amount of time, all kinds of homes and businesses that were flooded. So you said you've seen a lot of response down at that Plocheville Community Center.
Yes, very, very good. We were open for a while earlier this month, and then the state, which helps make the decisions on where to locate these recovery centers, decided to relocate, and we reopened this past Thursday morning. And people were lined up waiting to get in when the door opened at 9 a.m.
Wow. So what kind of assistance can people get through FEMA? Is it just money that they get, or what exactly do you do?
Everything is kind of on a case-by-case basis. Once you've registered, and then you're going to get a call from a FEMA inspector, and he or she is going to make an appointment, come out and look at your property and see what it is that happened, and come up with a recommendation for some limited emergency home repairs, not to totally make you whole again, but to get you on the road to recovery. And by that, I mean, let's say there were holes in the roof, water intrusion, holes in the walls, things like that, fixing up some of that stuff so the family can remain in that home as a safe, secure, and functional facility while they work on a longer-term recovery plan. So it's a matter of getting maybe not water tightening every room, but making it so they could maybe double up on the bedrooms or whatever. So that is emergency home repairs. Other things that can be considered personal property. Let's say a vehicle was lost. Tools that you need for your job, tools needed for work. One computer for the household can be considered as a replacement. Also, for a child, a computer needed for school, that's something else that we can look at. So there's a wide range of things that we can consider, including even some temporary housing assistance. That could be in a rental property or in a hotel. Not going to be set up for everybody, but we're going to certainly take a look at whether that could really make a big difference for people.
Yeah. So when people come to Plocheville, is there anything that they need to bring with them if they're coming to that assistance center?
Well, first of all, if they haven't, if they have not registered, they can do so right at the center. They don't need an appointment. It would be a good idea to bring any photographs they may have taken during the tough weather last month. Maybe a utility bill if they want to make sure they are proving that they are the owner of the home. Also, renters can apply. Renters can be considered for the personal property that was in the rental facility. The facility itself, the apartment or the home that someone is renting, that's a business, that's a landlord, and that's a whole different situation. That's something that involves the SBA. But so go ahead and come to the Disaster Recovery Center, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the community center. And you sit down and get your questions answered. Some of this can be rather baffling, maybe for people. I know some, as you mentioned, have been through something like this before. But anyway, that's what it's there for, to give you that good, what we like to call one-stop recovery shopping.
Yeah, and again, for people that you just tuned in, that will be at the Plocheville Community Center on Highway 1181. What do people need to be, if you've had your home flooded or you've sustained damage, just kind of being on guard against the typical fraudsters, what do people need to know about that?
Unfortunately, Al, this is something we run into on virtually every kind of disaster declaration. There are people out there who want to cheat, who want to rip off the people who've already had such a traumatic impact from disasters. Let's say they come around and they start going door to door, and they may even have a FEMA shirt. That doesn't prove they're from FEMA. They have to have a photo ID badge. But they come up to your door and say, I'm with FEMA. You give me $50 and I'll take take your application on through the process. We don't charge anything for help to handle applications. That's a fraud. You need to call your local law enforcement and report that. Also, there may be others who try to work over the phone, or maybe they get a hold of somebody's social security number, or they claim to make a registration for damage that never occurred. So you really have got to watch out for fraud, unfortunately.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, thank you again. Our guest has been Nate Custer, Media Relations Specialist with FEMA. Thank you for explaining your plan as it relates to helping folks down in Wells Parish.
Glad to do it. Glad for the opportunity.
Yes, sir. Thank you. And we'll be right back on Talkback.
Talkback, Central Louisiana's longest-running talk show, is now everywhere you are. Talkback is now streaming live on X at Sedla Update, plus Facebook and YouTube at KSYL.
In Central Louisiana, when you're talking great food, you're talking Southern Creations Country Lunch Buffet. At the base of the Jackson Street Bridge in Pineville, this Best of the Best award-winning lunch buffet is remarkable, featuring their signature fried chicken every day, an awesome variety of menu choices, and homemade desserts, including the now famous white chocolate bread pudding. No one does lunch better. Come have lunch with a friend or a group at Southern Creations. Daily menus posted on Facebook.
Tired of noisy neighbors? Want to keep pets in and problems out? Sounds like you need a Promo fence. At Promo Fencing and Lawn Care, our fences don't just work, they wow. From classic cedar and pine privacy fences to durable chain link, sleek metal, and aluminum, even decorative fencing. We've got something for every home, yard, or business, big or small, residential or commercial, all with free estimates, expert installs, and small town customer care. Promo Fencing and Lawn Care, fences that feel like home.
Feeling hot, hot, hot. Woo, it's hot. Louisiana summertime's here, and it's almost as hot as the deals at A1 Pool. Want an in-ground or above-ground pool? A1 Pool sells them, installs them, and has a hot summertime deal for you. Need a new liner for your in-ground pool? A1 Pools is the place to call. Write this number down, 318-449-2093. For above-ground pools or in-ground pools or replacement liners for your in-ground pools, always call A1 Pools, 318-449-2093. See them on Facebook.
If you'd like to take part in the show today, call the BOM Bank Talk line at 442-8255. That's 442-TALK. And remember, if you're looking to purchase or refinance your home, call Christina Bagwell at the BOM Bank Mortgage Department at 448-2430.
970 AM, 104.9 FM, KSYO. Now back to Talkback.
All right, we are back on Talkback. Our number 318-442-8255 on the BOM Bank Talk line. Alan Stephen with you now here in hour number 2. It's been a busy Monday morning so far, but we want to get a chance to talk to some of the folks, so let's do that now. Good morning. You are on Talkback.
Hey, good morning. Thank you so much for taking my call. I was really wanting to speak to the issues that Mr. Massengale brought up, and everything he said sounded so great. You know, when you brought up the issue, you know, thank you for taking my text question about the NDAs. He seemed to kind of brush that aside, and he talked about people not caring about the truth, and that didn't sit right with me. You know, I'm 63 years old, and I've lived in Louisiana my whole life, and we've heard a lot of stories from politicians. They had a lot of promises, and then you know, a lot of things didn't turn out the way they said they were going to turn out. And, you know, I don't know anyone that hasn't had someone in their family touched by cancer. And I've even heard that St. Jude has a Louisiana wing for cancer. So when people have concerns, it doesn't allay those concerns when they're brushed aside. And now, you know, I'm all for that data plant in Boise. It seems good, you know. Y'all had people on your station that answered the questions that we were concerned about. But look, there's some people that either didn't hear the show or just are suspicious of politicians and business people getting together. And when somebody hears about an NDA, you know, now Mr. Massengale's explanation for the NDA was totally plausible and made me feel a lot better. But why didn't they say that in the beginning? And when we know the people, you know, the people that are making these, having these meetings, and a lot of us know them, and we know them to be people of integrity that have lived beside us, shoulder to shoulder, working hard to pay taxes and raise families. And then they have some concerns. And look, I think some of them are very animated about this and exercised about it. But, we've had a history of decades of being burned. So I hope Mr. Massingale, I appreciate him coming on the show and explaining things. I hope he'll take it with a grain of salt and try not to push people aside by saying some people just aren't interested in the truth. Now, sure, I know there are some hard heads, but a lot of the people that are in these movements are people that I respect, and they're taking time out of their schedule. I know how hard it is for working people to spend extra time researching things. And then, but that CCS stuff that we found out, I was totally with them on that. I was glad that they dug that up. And because it sounded all good at the beginning. You remember when it first came out, it said, oh, great, the Pine Mill paper mill is going to finally be used, And then it turns out, that it could have jeopardized our water system. So anyways, I didn't mean to go on so long, but I hope Mr. Massingale is still listening, or Mr. Corral could call him and ask him to listen to the recording. Because pushing people aside by saying they're not interested in truth, that's not going to go very far with people who are concerned. They've been burned before, and they already have a distrust of government. Anyways, thanks for letting me speak my piece. Y'all have a great day.
Thank you. I totally get his point on feeling like we've been burned so many times. Certainly that's been the case, especially for Central Louisiana. If I felt that was the case with this project, I would say so. But I really don't think it is. Now, I understand. I think, to me, it feels a little bit more right now, Stephen, of we just don't want it in our backyard approach. And I get that too.
Well, I get not wanting to be burned every time, but if you look at it from this standpoint and what he's trying to say, I'm just trying to get both sides here.
Yeah.
We've also had nothing happen here for decades.
Right.
And so they bring in something that's bigger than the history of economic development in Central Louisiana. And
how many of your friends from high school have stayed in the area or even in the state?
I don't know about high school, but a lot of my college friends are gone.
Yeah.
I left too for a while, but all of our family was here, and I'm one of the weird ones, I guess. So
couldn't get rid of you.
I mean, you never know what's going to happen. Of course, everything's a risk. Everything's a gamble. You can't tell the future, but we have bad roads in Louisiana. We have bad infrastructure. Our school infrastructure needs some help across the state.
Yeah.
There's a number of different things. We can't hire police officers because we don't have money, because people don't want to live here.
Yeah.
We got to do something. And it just doesn't grow on trees.
Yeah.
So I get some of the frustration too. I'm not discounting some of the concerns that people have. I understand it. And when he says that people don't want to hear, well, they've addressed the water issue. They think they've addressed the power issue. They think they've addressed a number of different issues, but they keep hearing the same complaints. So I think that's what he might be going at.
Yeah.
But I understand. I mean, you have every right to protest, and I think it's great that citizens sometimes can be contrarians, because we need that. Sometimes that uncovers truth. I'm not saying in this particular case, but.
Well, they had the big protest on Saturday, and someone pointed out, and I was looking at them like, I think they're right. It looks like all the signs were made with AI. Did you notice that?
I don't know. I don't know
either, but they definitely did not look homemade. Let's put it that way.
And there was a comment too, and it just kind of makes you think. It says there's a protest happening on the AI data center in front of an abandoned building.
Yes, in Boise. Yeah.
So, and I get it. Like, we know a lot of those people who are protesting, and I understand there's concerns. I 100% get it. I personally know people that have concerns. And it's important to tell both sides, for sure.
All right, let's take another call. Good morning. You're on Talkback.
Yeah, well, you remember Beaver Lake?
Yes, we do.
Well, I guess back about the time that you changed stations, went to the break at 8, there's this nice ad that sounded just like Beaver Lake about all the wonderful things that were fixing to happen. And they didn't happen. So
that is true.
That's and my point remains, will this this AI center ever physically open? And we're talking about several years. We're talking about a lot of different places being set up. How many is enough? So, well, I guess we'll find out.
Yep. I think we will. All right.
And by the way, the use of the term ecosystem by Mr. Massengale was really gross from the standpoint of a biologist. He's talking about an ecosystem. An ecosystem is not business. But anyway, that's my opinion.
Okay. Thank you for that.
Later.
Appreciate it. Let's take another call. Good morning. You're on Talkback.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Just with everything, I guess that Mr. Massengale, I heard the last of it, but my philosophy with any politician from the president to the police jury is don't believe anything you hear and only half of what you see. And that's just my comment. Y'all have a wonderful day.
Okay. Thank you for that. Again, 318-442-8255. And we know that people have very strong opinions, and I can understand why. It does represent, in a lot of ways, change, especially maybe somewhat to rural areas that have been quiet and peaceful and not much activity other than farming and logging. And all of a sudden you're saying, okay, we have this major project which is being built. Well, they told us the target date for opening, wasn't it early next year?
I have to check. It's hard to keep up.
Okay. I was around that time. But I don't think there's any stopping it at this point. And to the caller before this last one, will it ever open? I mean, sure seems like it's headed that way.
In Boom Addicts, whenever one of our reporters interviewed him at the protest, one of the organizers, he said that, is the voice ever going to know darkness again? Are they going to ever know quiet again? So you understand there's people there too that, they live in the country for a reason.
Right.
And they don't necessarily want a big boom either,
Yeah.
So, yeah. As a community, I guess you gotta weigh those pros and cons, and it is what it is,
So, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie too. When I drive through Boyce, and I went through it the other day, kind of makes me sad because everyone talks about, oh, this is where the old so-and-so was, and this is where the old doctors lived, and this is the old store we used to go to. I know life changes, and I know economies change or whatever, and places change, but it's kind of sad too. You hate to see it. So I don't want that to happen the rest of Cenla either, and so, but you completely understand the concerns and the excitement from both sides. You just got to take a risk, one way or the other. You got to risk not doing it. You risk doing it.
Mm-hmm. All right, we'll take a break. More coming up.
Taking part in the show is easy. Call the BOM Bank Talk Line at 442-8255.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. Some positivity on Wall Street. A lot of green out there today as chip stocks stabilize and worries about the Middle East ease a bit. Some big headlines for drivers. Costco's starting to open standalone gas stations. First one in Southern California, largest in the nation. That's the Wholesale Club tries to boost memberships. Watch out if you're using dating apps that private content isn't as private as you might think. Growing number of employers are using AI to dig deep into digital records to find out if you're a good fit for their company. Also, people on the dating sites are using AI to record exchanges with possible hookups and respond. Some are even recording conversations while on dates, so AI can help them navigate the interaction. And some old political memorabilia you have sitting around from back in the day or inherited could suddenly be worth a lot of money. Wall Street Journal says conservative youth are discovering the attitude of former President Richard Nixon, with Nixon maxing swag and TikTok videos about it now going viral. Denise Pellegrini, Bloomberg Radio.
The Louisiana heat is here. Is your home ready? Whether it's keeping your air conditioner running strong, fixing unexpected plumbing problems, or installing a whole home generator before the next storm rolls in, Southern Air has you covered. With trusted technicians, upfront pricing, and service that you can count on, we're here to keep your family comfortable all summer long. Don't sweat it. Call Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing today, or schedule online at southernairalexandria.com.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona inviting you to join us for Monday's AFR, presented by Relief Windows. We're live from Radio Row at SEC Football Media Days in Tampa. Kentucky, Missouri, Tennessee, Oklahoma take their turn. We'll have it all covered 3 to 6. Alexandria's 94.7 ESPN.
You're going to love the taste of the meats, chicken, and pork available to you from Good Ranchers. This company connects you with American farmers and ranchers raising cattle, hogs, and chickens the right way. No antibiotics, no added hormones, and pasture-raised. It's a serious upgrade from what's in your supermarket.
More than 85% of grass-fed beef sold in grocery stores is imported. Good Ranchers partners with local farmers and ranchers to deliver 100% American meat straight to your door.
Both of our families enjoy what Good Ranchers provides, whether it's a mouth-watering ribeye steak or out-of-this-world bacon. This July, Good Ranchers is celebrating all 50 states with $50 off your first order. Just visit goodranchers.com. Use my name, Clay, as your promo code at checkout to get $50 off anything on their site. Remember, that's code Clay for $50 off, and you can also get free meat with every order on top of the $50 off if you decide to start a plan today. goodranchers.com. American meat delivered. That's goodranchers.com.
Well, good morning. A sunny and very hot Monday for us with temperatures getting up to 99 degrees. Some spots even above that. Let's see a heat index as high as 107 to 110. And a little bitty breeze to cool things down for us at all today. Tonight, partly cloudy down to 79 for the overnight low. And our Tuesday, another sunny, hot day. Afternoon highs near 100. We're saying 101 for Wednesday. From the Cenla Broadcasting Weather Center, I'm Big Grayson.
Now back to Talk Back 970 AM, 104.9 FM, KSYO.
All units be advised that Deputy U.S. Marshal Hanson has answered his final call. On July 13, 2026, Deputy U.S. Marshal Hanson made the ultimate sacrifice while serving the United States Marshal Service and protecting this nation. Deputy U.S. Marshal Hanson, your badge has been retired and your name is forever etched among heroes. Thank you for your bravery, your unwavering dedication to justice, and your faithful service. Rest in peace, Deputy U.S. Marshal Drew Hanson. We have to watch from here.
All right, welcome back, everyone. It is Monday. It's Alan Stephen with you, and over the weekend on Saturday morning, they had the funeral service for Deputy U.S. Marshal Drew Hanson, who was shot and killed, as we know, here in Alexandria while attempting to serve a warrant. And just every time this happens, it just rips your heart out, especially knowing that he leaves behind his wife and 2 children as well, along with the rest of his family and friends and his fellow officers. So they gave him an amazing funeral, but it just still hurts so much for people, you know?
It's just, senseless, and it's hard to understand, but so young, too.
Yeah.
Breaks your heart.
Yep, really does. So...
And I was so happy. I hate to say the word happy, but I was glad to see, the procession they put on for him, the services they put on.
Mm-hmm.
If you were we were leaving the church Saturday evening, and the procession was just getting started, and all of, downtown was blocked off. North MacArthur was blocked off, and just the amount of law enforcement they had out there to honor him. And he was in that Marshall SWAT truck. It was...
Yeah,
definitely impactful for sure. So
yeah, just all the imagery with it, but just your heart really goes out to his wife and his kids.
Yeah,
it's just very tough stuff.
Yeah. So they had his funeral over at Pentecostals of Alexandria, off of Bayou Rapides. If you didn't see, and if you want to see some of that coverage, we have it on our page too. If you weren't able to see that or wanted to see what happened. So busy weekend of news.
I was gonna say, I couldn't believe how many stories y'all had posted this weekend.
I had to get the whole gang out there.
You had everybody working for you.
Felt like a news director or something. I was directing everyone. Go here, do this. Don't hate me, but go here too.
How do they like doing that?
They love it. They love it.
That's good. That's good.
You got to have dogs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they I don't even care if you're good on camera. My number one mission is someone who wants to run a news program
Mhm.
is you just gotta like shooting video.
Yeah.
You gotta love the grind, man.
That's right.
How many talented on-air people do we have that we've known in our lives, Al, that they weren't worth a hill of beans about getting the store.
They didn't love the grind.
They didn't love the grind.
As you said.
So,
yeah. A lot of stuff going on. Man, between Friday and Saturday, I felt like you posted like 20 stories. It's
I
crazy.
know. Yeah, it was a lot. We'll have a few today, too. There's one going on now. We have a reporter at. They're doing a check presentation over at the Walmart for an event they have coming up and a number of other things. Here's a big one, and I don't want to mess this up, so let me find it real quick. They're having a 20th anniversary celebration for is it the Olive House is what they call it? And I'm trying to find, have you ever heard of that, Al?
Yeah, I have.
So they're going to have a big announcement today, too, for their 20th anniversary. So it should be a pretty big deal, as they say. We'll have coverage of that as well. They help out people in need in the community.
Okay.
And that's one that, because I was talking to some people yesterday about it, I feel like I'm fairly versed in what's happening in Central Louisiana or different programs we have, and I never really heard of this one. So they've been doing a lot of quiet work, it seems like.
Yeah.
So it's the anniversary celebration, recognizing all the work they do at the Olive House. That's going to be happening at 11 o'clock today. I believe the recently retired Monsignor Ferguson is going to be handling all that too, and the mayor should be there as well, so should be a great event. We'll have coverage of that.
Sounds good. All right, we got another call coming in on the BOM Bank Talk line. Let's go to that. Good morning. You're on Talkback.
Good morning, you guys. The show's really good this morning, by the way. It's Chris Camp, but I just wanted to let you guys know with the data center stuff, my biggest concern, I agree with both of y'all. We need to do something. My biggest concern with the data center is what kind of jobs it's really going to create. That's my only real worry. I hope it creates jobs for people who live in the area already. But I'd love to see jobs where our people can move back home, and make a good living as well.
Sure. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, out-migration has been such an issue for Louisiana for a while now, including Central Louisiana. So it may not be the end-all, be-all, but it could be a catalyst to even more, hopefully.
Yeah, that's the thing. We need to just do more. Keep trying to do things. Throw stuff at the wall, see what we can get. I don't know if this is the right answer, but I agree. We need to keep working and trying to do stuff.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Well, thank you for the feedback on that. Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. You're doing a great job.
Thanks,
Have a
sir.
good one.
Appreciate it. Did you see the post that House Speaker Philip de Villiers made? He posted a graphic. It says, if you're against data centers, please commit to this pledge. And it's a graphic. It kind of looks like a card that you would fill out. And it says the No Data Centers Pledge. I pledge to stop. And then it has a list of things that you'll no longer use because you're against data centers. One is using Facebook, Instagram, X, or TikTok. One is using ChatGPT. One is streaming Netflix or YouTube. One is shopping Amazon. One is using Venmo or online banking. Another one is saving photos to the iCloud or Google Photos. Another is using GPS, working remotely, receiving emergency weather alerts, using email. And the last one is using credit or debit cards. Now we know that, or I would say that a lot of those things have been available before data centers, but even before kind of these large data centers, you still have had, these companies have had to have, what do they call them? Facilities where they've stored data.
Well, it would be like the cloud, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But what they're saying is they've all integrated AI now.
Yes.
So
yes. Yeah. And will continue to. So he's making the point, you can say you're against this, but then if you're actually utilizing the very fruits of that technology, but that's the Speaker of the Louisiana House posting, which I thought was interesting.
A lot of political power behind these. And, let's be honest. We were talking like the Sun Gas thing was going to happen no matter what. We were like, oh, there's these protests. It's still going to happen.
Yeah.
It didn't. So you never know, but this one seems like it's got a lot of steam behind it, and you're seeing it across the country.
Yeah.
And look, something we don't talk about as much, something we hear about frequently, is the military importance of data centers in competing with China. And I've always kind of thought, at least in the news world, you could probably attest to this, Al, if the military wants it, they're going to get it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That is definitely true. All right. Well, we will take a break. More coming up.
Taking part in the show is easy. Call the BOM Bank Talk line at 442-8255.
Remember when eating corn right off the cob was one of your favorite summertime treats? Or how about taking a big bite out of a crisp, fresh apple? If it's been a while since you enjoyed these delightful activities, chances are your teeth are no longer up for the task. But now there's great news. The folks over at Today's Dental in Pineville are Cenla's dental implant experts. They're both highly trained and experienced in the procedure. Now with thousands of completely satisfied, delighted patients. They make dental implant surgery simple by using today's most current technologies. Along with in-office IV sedation administered by a highly skilled certified nurse anesthetist, you'll be in and out before you know it, without all the anxiety. Plus, at Today's Dental, their multiple finance options make the entire procedure truly affordable. Go back to crunching all your favorite foods. Give Today's Dental a call at 448-4540. It's a general dental facility on Highway 28 East in Pineville, owned by Dr. Jonas Goche. That's 448-4540.
Got a big day ahead of you? Then it's best to fuel up with some of Cenla's best at Bricato's Restaurant. Walk right in and just smell that home-style cooking. Place your order, take a seat, and do breakfast right till 9:30 this morning. Get fresh biscuits, eggs any way you like them, melt in your mouth pancakes, grits, hash browns, sausage, bacon, even wraps and sandwiches. And don't forget their fresh brewed coffee. Bricato's Restaurant, 28 West, right across from the Coliseum. Your breakfast is waiting for you.
970 AM, 104.9 FM, KSYO. Now back to Talk Back.
All right, we're back. Let's go to the phones again. Good morning. You're on Talk Back.
Good morning. I was just wondering, what's the status of that power plant in Alexandria? I believe it was the DG Hunter power plant.
Do you know, Stephen?
Like, is it running or not? Is that what you mean?
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, is it running, or did they dismantle it, or is it available?
No, I honestly don't know anymore.
Well, I just was, a lot of people are concerned about generating capacity. That thing hasn't been used for many years. It's like we had excess capacity. And now with AI and these data centers, they're supposed to build, I think Entergy's down for 4 or 5 generating plants, power plants. Clico has 2 right there at Boyce. It seems like the Dolet Hills, I think, has recently been shut down. So it's like we had overcapacity, and then with the AI demand, we're going to build more. And who knows, in 10 years or 15 years from now, the data centers may not need all the capacity they're building.
That's true.
We may have excess generating capacity, just like we've had excess generating capacity in the past. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, appreciate the call. I thought DG Hunter was still operational, but
Well, that was a big deal whenever I left about 5 years ago now. That was the big talker under the previous administration and what to do with that. I haven't heard anything recently.
I know Rick Ranson listens to our show. He may be already at work for today, but maybe you can reach out to him. Just ask him. You have his number on hand?
Probably.
I might have it somewhere. We'll see if we can get an answer before the end of the show. In the meantime, it's 318-442-8255.
I would say the biggest, we hear about concerns about the electrical, water, this, that, and the other, valid concerns. But I'm not going to say there aren't any concerns with AI data centers.
Yeah.
I think the whole,
of course,
what I'm super concerned about is the future of humanity. Are we creating our boss or master? So that would be my biggest concern is, the fate of humanity after we build a bunch of these and AI gets, smarter, more discerning, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
That's my biggest concern.
Yeah, I mean, our data has been being stored for a long time now. I mean, you were probably using Facebook 10 years ago where you would look up something on Google, like a product you were wanting to buy, and then all of a sudden all your Facebook ads are for that. So, I mean, the term we used to use was data mining, where companies already were accessing your activities and what you were doing, in theory, to give you a better kind of experience with it all. But at the same time, it got a little creepy, and it's still creepy, and it's only getting more and more. So
Taylor says they run it when they need it, our boss.
Okay.
So.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah. But I mean, it's very important to the country that they win this artificial intelligence race over China. And this is, I think, the way it's going to be.
Mhm.
You never know. It's all a risk, right?
Right.
No.
Right. True. So, Stephen, did you get your never-ending pasta pass?
No, I saw them when they were advertising it. It was speaking my language, but I think they sold out.
Yeah. So they released over the weekend 10,000 never-ending pasta passes for $100. So if you were lucky enough to get one, it's kind of like that golden ticket from the Willy Wonka factory, I guess. If you got one, you can enjoy 13 weeks of unlimited pasta, homemade sauces, and protein toppings, plus endless soup and salad and breadsticks. The pass is activated for early access on August 24th. So the promotion runs August 31st through November 22nd, with prices starting at $14.99 per dine-in visit. I was looking at it on X, however, and they said that for people that were able to get one, you're not able to use it for your family. It's exclusively for the person whose name is printed on the pass. They wrote on X, passes are personalized and non-transferable. Pass holders must present a valid photo ID with the pass at the time of ordering. So, obviously, they hate minorities and women since they're requiring photo IDs, if we use the logic of Chuck Schumer and the Democrats.
Just disenfranchise the pasta eaters.
That's right. Or another way we can look at it, it's harder to use your never-ending pasta pass than it is to vote in some states in America.
Well, let's be honest. We're more excited about pasta passes than voting for most people in America.
Oh, my goodness.
But pasta passes are right. You know, if they take it away, maybe you'll appreciate it more.
So basically, they're using the SAVE Act for pasta. Can't make stuff up sometimes.
I'm trying to think of something smart without getting in trouble. So.
Oh, goodness.
Can dead people use a pasta pass?
I don't know. Do they have mail-in pasta passes?
Well, before we had one, you would have to. Here in Alexandria, we didn't have you'd have to mail it into Lafayette or something.
Do you find yourself frequenting our Olive Garden?
I haven't been yet.
Me neither.
I'm glad it's here, though. I kind of want to go now. I love it.
Do they have gluten-free pasta over there?
I just don't do a whole lot of eating out.
Bro, it has gotten expensive.
Dude, like you go to even if you go to these normally cheap plate lunch places or something, it's like $16.
I know.
At the end of the day.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. Me and my wife went to just a normal restaurant the other day. I'm not going to say which one it is. It's not their fault. And we got it to go. And it was just 2 meals. No appetizers, nothing else. It was like $40.
Wow.
Just to go.
Yeah.
And my mom and them said they went to a chain here. Her, my dad, and my brother, no appetizers. I think they all got waters. It was like $90.
Yeah. Yeah.
It wasn't anything special. I can promise you that. So it's very expensive to go anywhere now.
It is true. That is definitely true. So the alternative is go to Sam's Club. You get a $2 hot dog and drink. Or
Century Grill has good prices too.
They
I
do.
go in there.
Yeah.
You can get a nice cheeseburger for $5.
Hey. What if you're in debt?
If you're in debt, aren't we all?
No, what are we supposed to eat if we're in debt?
I don't know.
If I was giving you a setup for your Dave Ramsey impersonation.
Oh, you gotta eat rice and beans. You're out there getting a hamburger, you should be eating rice and beans. Freaking idiot.
Oh, man. All right, we'll be right back.
Talkback, Central Louisiana's longest-running talk show, is now everywhere you are. Talkback is now streaming live on X at Cenla Update, plus Facebook and YouTube at KSYL.
Warmer weather is finally here, and that means cookouts, ball games, and maybe enjoying some time on the water.
But it also means lots of heavy food, sweets, and maybe an extra adult beverage or two. Thank goodness we both take Active Liver from New Nordic. Did you know your liver works around the clock processing food, sugar, alcohol, and everyday toxins? All the things that can really impact your health.
That's why daily support matters. Active Liver is designed to protect normal liver function and support your body's natural detox process.
With trusted natural ingredients like milk thistle, turmeric, and artichoke extract, it's gentle enough to take all year long.
No harsh cleanses, no extreme detoxes, just simple daily liver support. We really feel the difference.
Active Liver helps us enjoy the good things in life with peace of mind that our liver isn't working overtime. Active Liver is available online at Amazon or NewNordicUSA.com, and you can find it in stores at CVS, Meijer Grocery, Wegmans, and now Active Liver is available at your local GNC.
New possibilities are coming into frame in Central Louisiana. A multi-billion-dollar investment bringing 400 new local jobs, modernized schools, better roads, a more resilient grid, a stronger community. That's just a snapshot of what economic development projects, like the new data center, are bringing to Central Louisiana. See the big picture at pictureitcenlaw.com.
970 AM, 104.9 FM, KSYO. Now back to Talkback.
Poro chance to cross, hooks it in. Williams battling, knocks it down. It's free. It's a goal. It's Ferran Torres.
All right. Sorry I messed that up, but I was ready to cue it, and then it like reset. Anyway, World Cup is over, Steven. Are you sad?
No, I forgot it was going on, and my wife was like, "Oh, I wonder what the score is," because we had a bunch of birthday parties yesterday, and we watched the extra time right after Spain scored their goal. And I just want to see how disappointed I am. Like, they won, and then it's like they just kind of walked around. They weren't even that excited. I need confetti. I need crying. I need emotion.
Okay. Well, I've got your emotion right here, buddy. This is the call by Andres Cantor.
El toque atrás, Porro la pone al área. ¡Ah! El cabezazo atrás. Queda el remate. ¡Gol! Ferran.
Breathe.
Goal!
Write a whole letter in this time.
It's like a Family Guy skit.
It is.
De España lo hizo Ferran Torres en el comienzo del segundo tiempo suplementario.
I'd rather that than like the corny American announcers who, you know, they've been writing what they're going to say for like 3 weeks whenever something happens. And like, roses are red, violets are blue, and the Dodgers win the World Series. You know? It's like, dude, we know you.
Yeah. I mean, contrast that guy with Joe Davis, who's now like the lead baseball guy for Fox. He's the Dodgers announcer. If Vanilla were a person, it would be Joe Davis. And then you pair him with John Smoltz, the two most boring people in all of sports broadcasting. And it's like, gosh, come on.
You know who probably has really good announcing?
Who's that?
Banana Baseball. They know how to do it, right, Al?
They do.
They know how to do baseball.
They do. I did feel bad for Messi, though.
You felt bad for him?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
His Argentina,
he's going to really struggle in life.
His Argentina team couldn't get it done.
And he sat there just for like 40 minutes, it felt like. He just sat there on the ground looking.
Because that's his last World Cup match, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Kind of sucks.
Did you see that he bathed the guy who won as a baby? Did you see all that?
Wait, what?
Like the star of the Spain team, when he was a baby, he was like one of the few kids who got to be bathed by Lionel Messi. You
really
didn't see that?
No.
Look at it was everywhere.
Oh yeah, I did read where
that was him.
Yeah.
He bathed him as a baby.
Wow.
And I'm wondering why you'd want to be bathed by a soccer star. Why is that a shoot?
I don't know.
It's such a weird thing.
It is.
You want to be bathed by Dan Marino, Al?
Yeah, I'm seeing a picture of it. Yeah. It was for a charity photo shoot. 19 years later, Lamine Yamal in Spain defeated Messi in Argentina to win the World Cup. You just never know. Wow.
You'll be bathed by Dan Marino.
All right. You'll be bathed with Steven and Al tomorrow. I'll be in for Nathan. So look forward to washing yourself in waves of announcing love.
Oh, my gosh.
You've been listening to Talkback. The opinions expressed were those of the hosts and callers, and not necessarily those of Cenlaw Broadcasting.